Hello everybody, this is Miss Scripa. I am here to help you guys out with this second assignment that has predator and prey relationships. And the part that I want to go over with you guys is mainly the graphing. So the very first thing you're going to do, there's kind of a little bit of background here about the situation that you're going to be learning about today. And then you guys are going to fill in the empty column on the table. If you open this up in a Word document, you can actually just type it in, and I think that would probably be the easiest way for you guys to do it. So when you're on your laptop, if you just click this part that makes it a Word document right here, that way you can edit it on your own and not have to worry about writing it on a piece of paper or anything like that. I think that's probably the easiest way. But if you do choose to do things on a piece of paper, that's fine. Feel free to take a picture and send it to me on my email or Remind. I did write some instructions right here about how to calculate this empty column. But for year one, for example, I took the number of deer we started with, which was 800. And then you're subtracting how many died. So 400 of them died from predation or were eaten, and 100 starved. So I would do 800 minus 400 minus 100, and I would get 300 here. Keep in mind this might be a negative number sometimes, and that is okay. So even if you get a negative number, that doesn't mean that you did anything wrong. That just means that your deer population is decreasing instead of increasing. So just keep that in mind. I have plus 300 here just to show that sometimes it could be a minus sign. All right, so you're just taking this column minus the predation column minus the starvation column. I think that you guys will be able to figure out pretty easily. The part that I really want to do with you guys is this graphing part. If you want to do this on a piece of paper, that's okay. I'm not looking for your graph to be absolutely perfect. I know a lot of us probably don't have graph paper at home. I certainly don't. And so if all I really want to see is the trend of when things are going up and when things are going down. So it's okay if your axes aren't perfectly spaced. I don't want you guys to stress out about that sort of thing. I really just want to see the trends of what's happening. You might notice that this graph is a little different. It has two y-axes. So on this side, it has the number of deer, and on this side, it has the number of wolves. And that's probably different from something that you guys have ever done in math class before. So I'm going to walk you guys through the beginning part of how to do that. So let's scroll back up to our table. The two things that we're going to graph are our wolf population and our deer population. So let's start with our wolf population. The numbers are a little bit nicer. All right, so in year 1971, the first year, it says that there were 10 wolves. So if I go to my graph here, let's see, I'm going to choose one color. If you don't have different colors, maybe make some of your points can be like circles and some can be triangles, however you want to do it. I'm going to have blue be my wolf. Let's see if I can get this going here. Oops, what did I do? Here we go. Let's see. So let's make blue. Ooh, that looks funny. Let's make blue equals a wolf. All right, and we said in year 1971 there were 10 wolves. So here's our year, 1971. And we're actually going to be looking at this side of the graph since that's where it says number of wolves. So our very first line here is 10. So where 1971 and 10 intersect, I'm going to draw a dot. So that's my year one wolf dot. Let me see if I can get it a little bit bigger so you guys can see it on the video. All right, and I'm just going to keep going with the wolves. So if I look here, the next year, 1972, there were 12 wolves. The nice thing is I did try to label these axes to make it nice for you. So in 1972, our next year, we had 12 wolves, which is right up on this second line. So I'm going to draw another big blue dot to show how many wolves there were in 1972. And I'll do one more with the wolves, and then I'll show you how to do the deer. So in 1973, our third year, it says there were 16 wolves. So in 1973, we had 16 wolves. 16 is right here, is where I'm looking. So I'm going to bring it up all the way to where that line is and draw my next dot. Because this is a graph that shows over time, you can actually connect your dots as well. When you're finished. So I'm going to just connect my 3 wolf dots together. And obviously you would keep going until 1980, but I do want you guys to try that for yourself. So that's how you would do the wolves, and then you're going to do the same thing for the deer. So I'm just going to change my color so you guys can see the difference. So I'm going to make a little key of green things are my deer. Let's go back to our table and take a look. So I'm going to go back to the very first year, 1971. And in 1971, it says there were 2,000 deer. So let's take a look at our graph. So you're going to actually have 2 points per year, and that's okay. So in 1971, I'm now looking at the deer side of the axis, right? So in 1971, there are 2,000 wolves. So I'm going to make my first dot right next to 2,000. We're going to take a look. We'll do 1972 and 73 for this as well. So 1972, there were 2,300 deer. So let's go back. 1972, there's a big jump, right? 2,300 is all the way up here. So I'm going to make that dot for my deer population. Let's do one more. Let's do 1973 as well. All right, so 1973, it says 2,500 on our table. So we're going to go 1973. We're going to go all the way up to the top of our graph at 2,500. All right, and again, we can connect these dots together as well. All right, so that's what you guys are going to continue to do for that graph. Again, I know a lot of us don't have graph paper at home. You're welcome to try and do something like this in Microsoft Paint if you're tech savvy, but if you're not, try your best, just draw it on a piece of paper and you can just send it to me either through Reminder, you can send it to an email from your phone. All right, if you guys have any other questions, please feel free to send me a message on Remind, or also you can email me. I have my computer open pretty much all day, so I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. All right, so good luck. Don't forget to answer the additional questions when you're done graphing. All right, you're just kind of saying what happened in certain years, what you think that relationship is. All right, but please, if you're struggling, reach out to me and let me know if you guys need any help. All right, stay safe. Have a good day.